favorite city in the world, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. It's the Late Show with the Holy Family 3rd grade.
An awesome show tonight. Huge stars tonight. Huge stars. Right, Paul?
If you say so, David.
We do. We really do. Our first guest is from the new movie Rocky Part 6, Adrian's Revenge, a man by the name of Sylvester Stallone.
Wow, he's still around?
Yep, he's still around, in boxing too. Our next act will be a small band that is making their farewell tour, a small group named the Rolling Stones.
How many times do we have to say goodbye to them, David?
Too many. Before we get to tonight's top 10 list, let's get a couple words from our sponsors.
Are you the smelliest in your family? Well, we made a that is guaranteed to take the smell away and work for you. It is a tested perfume. Helps you by making you smell brilliant, and you will never have to take a shower again. We would like to show you someone as an example.
I use ink, and it's true. It's amazing to use. It's the best, and I like it the most.
Aha! Ink can only be found at maddieandkatie.net. Ink only costs $3.99 each. We both like it the most. Introducing the Jubilee Bar.
This question is so hard. Who was the first president to die in the office?
That's easy. Your answer is William Henry Harrison. Ellie, you did not know that?
There must be a secret.
It's the Jubilee Bar.
What's that?
The fantastic Jubilee Bar helps you with any question.
Wow, that's cool. Where can I find it?
Only at www.jubilee.com.
How much do they cost?
Only $5.99.
Why should I buy that?
Because it lets you know anything in the world.
How long does it last?
24 hours.
That's cool. I feel smarter already.
Welcome back. Before we get to our guest tonight, we need to get to the top 10 list. In honor of the Learning Fair at Holy Family School, we are going to look at the top 10 most interesting facts about Cuba.
Cuba, what's so interesting about that country?
Well, if you stop flapping your lip, we can get to the list. The 10th most interesting fact about Cuba is...
Did you know that everyone in Cuba is required to go to school at ages 6 to 15? Following their secondary education, if they wish to attend college, all costs are funded by the government.
Also, there are no private schools allowed in Cuba.
So that means that a school like Holy Family would not be allowed in that country.
Crazy stuff, Paul. On to the 9th most interesting fact about Cuba.
Did you know that the name Cuba comes from the Taino language and means where land is abundant?
Wow, I did not know that. The 8th most interesting fact about Cuba is...
Did you know that Cuba's population is 11,423,000, which is double that of Wisconsin's?
That's like taking New York City and Chicago together. Not bad for such a small area.
How small is it?
Well, that takes us to our number 7 fact.
Did you know that the area of Cuba is 42,803 square miles? That is more than 20,000 square miles less than the size of Wisconsin.
They are packed in like a can of sardine.
Certainly that cannot be comfortable. Our number 6 fact deals with a little of their beliefs.
Did you know that before Fidel Castro took over, Catholicism was the #1 religion in Cuba? One of the first things that that he did was to punish those who preached their faith until 1991. Many of the people went to jail for sharing in Christ's message.
Yikes, for close to 40 years, you had to risk your life to preach the good word. On to number 5.
Did you know that the current currency in Cuba is the Cuban peso, in which is worth the same as the American dollar, though many stores accept American money?
I take it they don't have John F. Kennedy on those.
You would be correct, Paul. On to our number 4 fact.
Did you know that the first European explorer to find Cuba was a man by the name of Christopher Columbus? He landed on the island on October 12, 1492.
That goes along with our number 3 fact.
Did you know that Havana, the capital of Cuba, was one of the first settlements built by Spain? It is currently home to most of Cuba's ministries and headquarters.
Havana, huh? Isn't that where you started your rap career?
Not so much, Dave.
Our number 2 fact about Cuba is...
Did you know that Cuba got its independence from Spain in 1902 as a result of the Spanish-American War and made Tomas Palma its first president?
And finally, our number 1 fact about Cuba, drum roll, please.
Did you know that Fidel Castro became the prime minister in 1959 by force till 2008 when he handed over the power of Cuba to his brother, who currently is still the president of Cuba?
There it is. I've got a great show tonight. When we get back, we have Sylvester Stallone with us. Take us to a break, Paul.